Okay, so we're talking about time to contact now. This is a really important measure. I do want to qualify it a little bit. I do care how quickly you can hit the baseball. I care more how quickly you can get your bat in the way of the baseball. A lot of times when people are looking at time to contact and they're trying to improve that metric, what swings that I'll see, I'm just going to do a demonstration of this one, okay? Swings that I'll see a lot of times, right, are kind of like that, because they're trying to just get right to the baseball, right? And like that's a pretty good number, right? And if someone's feel is this to hit the baseball and that works for them, and they hit the crap out of the ball, keep doing it, fine. But I think that we could probably agree that that swing that I just made is probably not as good a swing as like a normal looking baseball swing. I'm used that like really choppy, I'm swinging straight down to the ball swing, and it got me a good number as far as time to contact is concerned. But it's not a good swing, so like maybe don't do the one where you swing straight down. So that's not really what I'm looking for when we're doing this. But this is an easy way to improve kind of time to contact, okay? These drills are some of my favorites, okay? Because they teach athletes how to be sudden, okay? Being sudden is one of the most important things in hitting because we can see the ball for a long time before we make a decision to make a swing, okay? So learning to be sudden is very important, okay? And what we're gonna do now, these are called statue turns. You're just gonna stride out, cool. Okay? Go ahead and stride. And this is gonna be a little different than what we've done in the past, all right? So right now, can you feel that you have some separation, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, and define separation for me.
Stretch right here.
Great, okay.
Yeah.
When you're doing this drill, I want you to have no separation.
Okay, cool.
So stride, but try to keep your chest and your belly button, chest and your pelvis pointing the same direction.
Okay, cool.
Great, okay, so now he's like a statue, right?
Yep. So
now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna call go, okay? And Mike is going to try to, as quickly as he can, find tension and then let it rip. Go.
0.18.
Okay, and do it again, same thing.
Yes, sir.
Go.
0.16.
There you go. So Mike was 0.18 before, FYI. And what this does is it kind of makes his body panic a little bit and freak out and be like, holy crap, we gotta hit this, right? Your body's really good at finding tension. You just kind of have to put it in a position where it's struggling to find tension, and then it'll move quickly, all right? Now, this is a drill, okay, to help us improve a metric, okay? I don't need everybody swinging like this, right? A lot of people, when they swing, they really like feeling like their hands work backwards. I'm not saying that's the wrong way to swing. Frankly, I don't really care. If someone's struggling with time to contact, this is a really easy way to do it. And both the command of me yelling, go, and the lack of tension that he has forces his body into a panic, and it gets the number better. So let's just do a couple.
Yes, sir.
These will probably actually be good for you. Go. Great.
0.17.
And this works especially well with hitters that are already good. This works horribly with hitters that are not very good, right? Like Mike's a college player and he knows how to swing already. Like I don't have to teach Mike how to swing, right? He's going to use the right muscles and the right like lines of tension in his body regardless. So when he strides out and we put him in that position where he doesn't feel any tension, he's gonna get to the right stuff because he's done it a lot. Whereas people that haven't done it a lot, this drill will not work very well. Okay, go ahead. Go. Great.
0.16.
So you can see that like he's consistently like 0.1 second down from what he was before. So now let's go ahead and do a stride.
Yep.
Which is normal.
Okay.
Okay, your normal stuff. But I want you to feel that same like sudden like I gotta get this going.
Yeah.
Feel.
Okay.
Okay.
So same stride, just pause it.
No pause.
Okay.
Just stride let it rip, but I want you to feel that same like, oh, I gotta get this thing
Yeah,
off,
gotta
like
get it
kind of
off.
feel. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Got it.
.16.
There you go. Cool. So that's how you bridge it. It's not rocket science. It's just
Yep.
one of those things where when the athlete feels it a couple times and they kind of know what that like panic feels like, they can kind of get back to it as long as they're developed and know what they're doing. All right, so we're just continuing talk about time to contact. All right, so in the time to contact drill that works so well when you stride, we want to have our chest and our belly button aligned like that, right? Have a go command, and then boom, we try to make all of our movements very quickly, which kind of forces into a panic and allows us to get our swing off quicker. The reason that works is because when I go to start my swing, okay, the first thing that happens is my hips are gonna turn, okay? And that creates stretch between my pelvis and my rib cage, which allows me to kind of fling the bat through the zone properly. That measurement of how far my pelvis is turning relative to my rib cage is called X factor stretch, okay? X factor stretch is usually shown on a graph like this, okay? And what this is measuring here on the y-axis is the degrees of stretch, okay? And how far the more I twist my hips away from my chest, the greater that number is. Usually they're measured in it's negative, so if my hips are ahead of my chest, that means it's a negative measurement. So let's imagine that this is time 0, meaning like that's when the swing starts, all right? So here I am, okay? Let's say that this is my loading phase and I haven't really created a whole lot of stretch yet, which sometimes can happen. Some people will create a fair amount of stretch before that happens, but let's say for the sake of this that they didn't, because some hitters are not big into stretching a lot before they begin their swing. So when the swing starts, what we find generally is the hips will shoot down like this, okay? And then that will create the stretch. And then once that stretch is created, that tension will get created and the chest will kind of come back, right? So overall, the whole thing kind of looks like this. And usually athletes will make contact somewhere like here, here, or here. So you want to be like close to all the way back in alignment when you make contact. Some people will make contact past alignment. Generally, those people are kind of like the people that stride in like that. Some people will make contact not all the way back yet. Those will be people that maybe like step out or maybe over rotate their pelvis a little bit. But generally speaking, this is kind of what we see. And what we found over the years, I'm being long-winded to get to my point, but what we found over the years is that one side of the X factor stretch graph, and we've tested this using our HitTrax biomechanics module and like back in the day, K-Vest, like all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of symmetry involved with how quickly we close the gap with how quickly we open the gap. So if I open the gap really slow, it's really hard to close the gap really fast. But if I open the gap really fast, I can close the gap really fast. So what I mean is like if I do this movement fast, then this movement will get snapped back through and we'll be able to be really quick. So when I do that drill where you stride and there's no separation, and then I call go, Mike is forced to really open that gap as quickly as possible. So when he does that, it'll look boom, like way like this. And then as a result, he closes that gap a lot quicker. And basically the time to contact is the time between right here and right here. So that's time to contact. So if I can create a smaller window here, that will move my time to contact in a better direction. So if I do slow stretch, right, and I go down like this, then my time to contact will be right here. And as a result, I won't get to the ball as quick as I'd like to.